Poul's Kitchen. This is Chef Poul, and with me is Chef Amy.
Yes, I'm actually not working.
Which is amazing. I love you, Amy.
I love you too.
So today we're going to make some homemade egg rolls. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So please hit the like, share, subscribe button. And so first off, what Amy and I did, we start prepping by getting some cabbage. I'm using a quarter of a cabbage, 4 cloves of garlic, and 3 smaller carrots. Now, an easy cheat for this, you can go to the grocery store and you can buy a bag of coleslaw mix.
Yeah.
Amy's too cheap for that, so she wouldn't let me buy it.
No, we didn't think of it.
I did think of it, I didn't want it.
Oh.
And we've got some ginger. So what I'm going to do here in food processor is I'm going to take the garlic. I'm going to put that in there because we're going to use that first. I was thinking of doing a video prank on Amy earlier this week, and I decided to be nice. Sort of. Had Amy on the phone. She has me on speakerphone. I thought it was a perfect opportunity. Amy and I were watching some prank videos a little bit ago, and the husband was walking around saying, "Hey, I got you some Vagisil for that infection you had," which the wife clearly didn't have. But, you know, just to embarrass her, "Oh, look, here's some adult diapers. This will solve your peeing problem." So poor Amy's walking out the building with lots of people around. And what was I asked if you wanted? It's something she didn't need, and she really didn't need it. She doesn't have any issues. I like to troll her about it, though. So we're going to... See, I mean, this is a great food processor. If you see one on Amazon just like this is what you want.
Yeah.
So, before I do this, I'm going to put some oil in here. We're going to make the filling. The thing is, we're not actually going to make the egg rolls today. We're going to put these in the deep freeze, and we're going to make them tomorrow. Because what's tomorrow, Amy?
New Year's.
That's right. So we're going to have a nice Chinese meal tomorrow. So we're going to put the oven on 5. We're going to let this go here. With that on oiled. You got to have some oil in there. And we're going to let the garlic heat up. Start to cook out a little bit here. Sometimes I torture Amy a little bit much. Just a little much. Now, when you're cooking with a lot of this, having a wooden spoon or a wooden spatula is always the best way to cook it. And now we're just going to start throwing this stuff in. Egg rolls are great because honestly they're pretty darn cheap. They're not expensive at all. They don't really cost a whole lot, and you control the salt, you control everything that goes into them. Carrots, those are relatively pretty cheap. I'm gonna do a little bit more, I think. Yeah. I mean, this stuff is really cheap. Making your own egg rolls is so much better than going out and Amy saying what she wants to buy them. So this is a package of
Ground turkey.
Ground turkey. So yeah, it's not ham. Sorry, Tony, if you're watching this and this disappoints you, but
We're not gonna eat pig like pig.
not today. Amy might, but
No. Turkey's good.
So Amy's just going to take the spatula here and she's going to break that up. And it's going to look like ground beef. Of course it comes frozen. And probably shouldn't have had it in the fridge because everything gets really warm in the fridge. So we see this in here. That looks more like coleslaw.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
And you know what? You can make your own coleslaw that way. And you can put more stuff in it. You don't have to.
Yeah, that helps.
Sometimes you have to be a little inventive with how you get it, but it's fine. But it's Christmas time, basically, and New Year's. So turkey's around quite a bit. So I'm just going to break this down the best way that I can here. I'm not going to add spice to it. I don't really feel like it's needed.
You probably can add spice if you want, though.
You can, but with all the others, with everything that's going in it, you're not going to taste it. Here's the thing, like, unless you're putting a lot of spice into things, with all the other flavors that you're adding into things, it's not necessary.
You're not really going to taste it.
No, you're not, and it kind of comes a waste. So, sure, you can spend your time spicing it if you really want, but you have to ask the question, why? Some things are worth it, some are not. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take some time. We're going to cook this down until it starts coming nice and brown. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we'll continue. Now, if you're going to do this at home, my suggestion would be you know, ground beef. You can do it with ground beef. You can do it with ground pork. Egg rolls.
Chicken.
Yep. Ground egg rolls are traditionally done with pork, so you can definitely do that. But the point is, you don't have to. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm just going to do some more cutting on this while Amy takes her time and starts breaking it down with the spatula while I'm doing this. But when this is starting to get brown, we'll be back so we can start cooking the other stuff. Honestly, it's not going to take very long. If you have a food processor, then honestly, this is probably going to be one of the fastest things you'll ever have to make. It doesn't require a whole lot of effort. You want some salt, Amy? So, please hit the like, share, subscribe button, and we'll be back. Welcome back. Amy's upset with me for some reason. Why are you upset with me?
Because you undid my bra when we were filming earlier.
If you guys see me undo her bra while we're on camera, let me know.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either. I know what she's talking about. Dutch power.
You know you did it.
She says I did it.
You know you did.
We got our slaw mix here. Now the beautiful part about this is you can totally do whatever you want with this. You can, there's a lot of different recipes you can take. Some people like to add a little salt and pepper. I'm not adding anything.
It doesn't really need it.
No, it doesn't. So we're going to give this a good little mix here. it doesn't. Like, we need to avoid salt. And what we're going to do with this, we're not going to cook these tonight. We're going to put this in the fridge. We're cooking them tomorrow for our big dinner.
For New Year's.
For New Year's. So I'm going to put in a little bit of scorpion death pepper. Amy's favorite.
That's not going to be too hot, is it?
No. Not going to be too hot at all. We're going to add some sesame oil. And I'm going to put some regular soy sauce. And then we're going to add one more ingredient and we're pretty much done. My secret ingredient, this is Dutch sweet soy sauce.
It's really good.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to stir this up really good. And because we have hot sauce in here, it needs to get stirred because all of a sudden someone's going to get a mouthful of really hot and it's going to be too much. Whereas if you mix it, it should be some heat to it, but not crazy hot. If we could avoid any of Amy's false accusations for us today, it should be alright.
You did that to me.
I don't know what she's talking about, guys. Now, traditionally, when you have this, and Amy will tell you, it's usually carrot sticks.
Yeah.
Right? Where I put this through the food processor, it's not really sticks. But as you're mixing this up here too, you want to make sure you're breaking down your meat as much as you can. So I just want to give everything a good stir here. And then I'm going to put a cover on this. I'm going to let this sit for about 5 minutes. You're going to let this sit here. You're going to take it off the burner. You're going to let it sit and cool off. We don't need to have this steeping hot when we're filling our wrappers. We don't need to do that. So when we're done, this is cooled off enough, we'll be back and we're actually going to make the egg rolls themselves. It's not hard at all. It's really easy. Anybody can do this. The only thing that's stopping you is your own mind telling you that's too hard to do. Amy, am I right?
Yes.
Do you think you could have done this?
Yeah.
Yeah. If Amy can do it, believe me, anybody can do it. I'm asking to get smacked today. She's too patient for me. I don't know what's going on. So we're gonna leave this go here until it's cooked. Gonna keep opening it and checking on. I'm gonna make sure everything's all properly cooked because I mean if everything's too hard then it's not gonna taste good anyways. Once that's done, we're gonna take it off the burner. We're gonna let it sit on a cold one and let it rest for a little bit. Then we'll come back a little bit later. It doesn't take much. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. In the meantime, Amy's got to get to work in the dishes.
Yes. But you can.
I've been told. So we'll be back. Welcome back. So Amy got sent off to a little errand, being a bad little girl, so we're going to have to continue without her. So we got our egg roll wrapper and a few notes here. When you're putting this out, be very careful that you're only grabbing one. Why? Because, well, they're very easily bunched. And I'm just going to take some water and I'm going to paint two ends of it here. And I'm going to make 3 for now and then the rest are going away. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn my air fryer on to preheat to 300. Because once this goes in, it's going to start cooking, but you do need to preheat. So it's not that hard, but we also don't want to overfill it too. So we just want to put stuff in the center of it. So I'm going to take one. It's going to be a little messy. But that's alright. Messy is what we're all good at. And besides eating some today, so she can help clean. Then we're going to bring this over here. This one did not turn out the way I like, but, you know, whatever. Just going to fold it up here. Yeah, it's a funky looking egg roll, but
It'll still taste okay.
yeah,
It'll still taste really good.
the principle's there, right?
Yeah.
So, and maybe these aren't the right size. I thought they were, but whatever. Maybe if I don't put as much in this time.
Yeah, you don't want to overfill it.
You definitely don't. So that should be enough.
Because if you do, it could burst.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing.
No.
Yeah, these definitely are not the right size. And that's fine. So I'm gonna have to treat them as if they're a little smaller. So, okay, not a big deal. I got duped. So, one out, one. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put these out just a little bit further. So when you're doing this, put them out like that. Yeah, so
That one looks much better.
that looks a lot better. If you can get the right wrappers, that'll probably make the big difference. Obviously, these are not the right wrappers. They're good, probably good for spring rolls. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, for spring rolls, that'd be really good.
oh yeah, really, really good. But you know, it is what it is. Not much you can do. So now, what you want to be doing is you want to have a little bit of oil, but
You don't want too much, though.
no, it's an air fryer. Does not need a whole lot of oil. So I'm going to oil these ones because those ones are the ones that we're going to be doing. Okay, so that's got water in there now. That's been preheated, which is good enough. So what we want to do is take the oil side, put it face down. And then I'm going to come in here, take a little bit of this oil. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in for 7 minutes.
No, it's 7 minutes on both sides.
Well, not necessarily on both sides, but 7 minutes on the first one. We're going to flip it after 7 minutes, and then it will be 5 minutes. Now these ones, we're not going to be making these today because, well, they're more for tomorrow. But honestly, this is pretty darn easy. I mean, Alex, do you think you could do this?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not that hard. It really isn't. Once we get this done here, then we're making our sauce.
Those ones turned out a lot better. The ones that you just made.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm ever making this, so it's not.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can totally turn this and change your recipe to whatever you want it to be. You don't have to make it the way that I'm making it. You can use different ingredients. And honestly, some of the best advice I can give anybody is be creative. Like, what's your favorite flavor? I mean, Alex, what's your favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit? Probably strawberries.
Strawberries? Well, I mean, you can think of a sauce that you want to make that's based out of strawberries.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
I mean, can you take a guess what mine is?
Pineapple.
Yep. I mean, this is coming out really, really good. It's not taking very much at all. It's not making, doesn't take very much to do this at all.
Yeah, I think I could probably do this.
Just have to be a little patient. And best of all, it's not expensive. It really isn't. Don't overfill. I may have done it this time. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, technically, if you make enough stuffing, I mean, you can make a whole lot of these.
Yeah, you can.
Doesn't.
Are you planning on making a lot of these?
Well, I mean, I plan on making enough until I get rid of all my wrappers. I can freeze these. And now, I know a lot of people are going to say this, well, aren't you supposed to deep fry them? Well, yeah, you definitely can. But deep frying isn't necessarily the best thing in the world.
It's not the best for you either.
No, it's actually really bad.
Yeah.
It's, you know what? I'll tell you a story about somebody who used to be one of my better friends. And they were having some major issues with their hips, their legs, and they were really suffering. And I really, really mean suffering. And we got them eating better. We got them doing a little bit of exercise. And when I say a little bit of exercise, they just went for a daily walk. Nothing really that spectacular, nothing that crazy, just, you know, a little walk. And this person absolutely started losing a lot of weight, and they started feeling a lot better. Now, her one folly was that she did have an air fryer, but she didn't like it. she wasn't that happy with the way things turned out for it. With it, it just wasn't the same as deep frying, and she's right. I mean, it definitely isn't the same thing as deep frying. It's better than deep frying, and but she wanted to have a treat every now and again and deep fry some potatoes or deep fry something. All right, now. We're going to turn this around now. Give it one little flip. And then we're going to put them in for 5 minutes. Now, sometimes it's like cooking, right? On a stove. Sometimes it's not uniform, it's not going to cook the same every time. You may have to put it back in for another minute to get it crispy again. Whatever, it's alright, just be patient. And don't overfill your air fryer. I'm cooking 3 right now, one for me, one for Alex, one for Amy, just to show you what they're going to be like. The main meal that we're eating that I'm making this for is actually tomorrow, not today. But anyways, at the she eventually got fed up with her diet, and she didn't like listening to her doctor when her doctor tried to tell her that she needed to make some changes or she's going to have some problems. And like we all can be some days, she decided to rebel against her doctor.
And she gained all that weight back, didn't she?
Oh no, she didn't gain the weight back. She gained it back with more. I mean, she had a little bit of weight, but she was more trying to lose some of her gut so her knees wouldn't feel so pressured on her when she tried to walk. She was starting to have issues with her hips, and it wasn't going that well. But she went into the deep fry, and she started going into every bad food that she could get her hands on, and yeah, it didn't go well. So, last I heard, she was stuck upstairs, living like she's a senior citizen, because she couldn't get up and down stairs. And yeah, it was pretty brutal. And I'm not trying to make fun of her, but you know what, guys? She was in her 50s, and her mother could walk circles around her. Take charge of your health, because no one else is. Your doctor can sit there and give you all the advice in the world. That's why it's called medical advice. Your doctor cannot force you to do anything, because if you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. And your doctor darn well knows that.
That's why it's called medical advice.
Yeah.
They can't force you to follow what they say. Unless you're like in need of surgery.
You need to take care of your own health. You need to take charge of your own stuff.
Yeah.
And because if you don't, you are going to pay the price for it. And that's just the fact of life. It's not, your health isn't always going to get any better.
And a lot of our health is dependent on what we eat too.
Yep.
But exercise does play a big part of that too.
Absolutely. If you do a lot of walking, it will definitely help. Watching what you eat, keeping lots of fluids in. Now this is my first time making this. This is not a Poul's Kitchen expertise by any means.
I think it's pretty good for your first time making it.
Yeah, it is. Like, I definitely would probably try to get better wrappers next time, because these ones are definitely just, they're not cutting it.
They're too small, right?
Way too small. But you know what? That's alright. At the end of the day, if they turn out and they taste good, then you know what? I can deal with that.
Yeah.
So we're almost done there. Wait for Amy to get back from her punishment walk. So we got away with 18.
That's a lot.
18
Nice.
egg rolls.
That's probably more than you would find in like one of those frozen packages of egg rolls too.
Oh, definitely. Way bigger. So here we go. We got 3 egg rolls. Nah, I might want to put them back into the air fryer for a little bit, but and they look pretty good to me.
You look good to me too.
So we're gonna let you go for now. We'll be back in a few minutes because right now we gotta start working on the
Sauce. In the sauce.
That's right. So we'll be right back. So in the meantime, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. We love you. We'll be back. Back. And now we're going to be doing our sauce. So what are we going to do? We're going to do a pineapple dipping sauce. Yes, I like pineapple. Get over it.
We love pineapple.
So I'm going to make a little bit of a slurry with cornstarch and some water. Amy's going to have a heck of a time doing dishes today, I will tell you that.
If you don't like pineapple, then watch another video. No, I'm just kidding.
No, keep watching the video. You could do this with other stuff. You don't have to use pineapple.
Yeah, you can use other types of fruit too.
Well, we like it.
Yeah.
So you just take some cornstarch and you just mix it in there. It's going to make a really good, it's going to make an extremely good it's going to make an extremely good mixture. Apparently it's going to need some water. Some recipes call to add pineapple juice. Some say it don't. But Amy bought this, so. So we're going to mix this up here really good. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon.
And this is kind of gonna be like a sweet and sour sauce,
Yeah, a little bit of that.
like plum sauce, but instead we're using pineapple.
We'll do some red chili flakes. If you don't like a lot of heat, or any at all, this isn't, to me, this isn't hot.
No.
But some people, it would be hot for them. So if you don't like heat, then be very wary of that.
Yeah.
Then, you know, you don't need to put it in. It's not necessary. We like it. That's why it's going in. Then we're gonna add a little bit of rice vinegar.
And that just takes some of the starch down, doesn't it?
It does, but it also gives it more of the sour too.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour. So I'm gonna get this up to the point of boiling here. Now, if you're using cubed pineapples, you're using something that's not as crushed as this, you can take an immersion blender, put this into your blender, and you can get this even more smooth if you want. I don't know, I kind of like it this way.
The way I got it?
Yeah, what do you think, Amy? Do we need to put this in the blender?
No.
No, that looks good.
No, that looks really good. I think I took the work out of it, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
but you know what? Just for the heck of it and make Amy do some more work, I'm going to put it through a blender. Just because she's being a bad girl. No. So we'll put it under after.
You just want to make me another dish.
Yep, that's right. How do you guess?
Because I'm smart.
Give this a little bit of a taste test. Oh yeah. Missing one thing though.
Honey,
Every other recipes are going to call for either a cup or half a cup of sugar. We don't roll that way. I'll add honey in.
Honey's a lot better than adding pure sugar.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down. Pineapple isn't that sweet.
It's pretty sweet, but it's not that sweet.
No. So it does need a little pick me up for it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm going to leave the cover on here. When it comes up to a full boil, we're going to put it down to a 3, and we're going to let it go for, well, actually no. When it comes to a boil, and then I'm going to add my slurry in. We're going to give it a mix, and then we're going to turn it to 3, and we're going to let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes. 2 should be fine, maybe. And we're going to let it cool, and then we'll be back once it does that. But before we do that, we're going to get to a boil so that I can show you putting the slurry in. And I'm using cornstarch. There's a lot of different things you can use. Amy, you want to give that a quick little taste?
with a different spoon.
No.
You're both sick, so it doesn't really matter.
Amy gave me cooties.
Oh, wow.
Does that taste good?
Really good?
So, I mean, when you're making egg rolls, you have to have a dipping sauce because you really... Plum sauce is good, don't get me wrong, but that'd be, like, being normal.
It's too normal.
Everybody has that. It's...
Everybody uses plum sauce.
Yeah, it's... Woo! We get the
nothing
plum
new.
sauce.
There's nothing exciting about plum sauce.
Let's make something new. Let's make something exciting.
Yeah. I'm all for trying new things.
We're almost boiling up there. Oh, Amy's into boiling new or trying new things.
In a different way, though.
Yes, very different way. We're not gonna go there today. Though.
No.
Okay, so it's up to the boiling point now, so I'm happy. So I'm just gonna move that down to 3, and we're gonna add our slurry in.
And what's that, coconut milk?
No,
No.
that's water and cornstarch.
Okay, okay.
So we're gonna leave this simmer here on 3 for about 2-3 minutes. We'll give it that, and then we'll be back. Welcome back. So we're pretty much done here. This has almost been it's been a couple minutes since it's been going, and you can see how it's been thickened out. So yeah,
I'll just get in there to get a shot of that.
it's pretty thick.
Yeah, it is. It looks kind of like soup.
Yeah, and that's the way good sauce should be.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to grab another spoon here. Already got a room to put stuff in.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, me too.
Amy, do me a favor and go grab a one of the plates from the table, please.
Oh, okay.
Eggroll, I'm just going to put a little bit of sauce on here. Put that on my side. Grab another one, please.
All right.
And then go sit down. All right, Amy, try it a little bit
With a spoon.
with a spoon.
How is it? Good?
Taste.
Excellent.
So,
Very flavorful.
well, this is our
Better
home.
than store bought.
Does a
That's for
pineapple
sure.
does a pineapple come through?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Well, this is our homemade egg roll with pineapple sauce. This is great homemade. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button, and we hope to see you soon.